Okay, just jumping straight in. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Kairos Fies, but you can call me Kairos or you can call me Fies. But don't call me bored because I've been excited for this game for a while now. Um, so Rue Valley, I've seen some of the trailers. Reminds me a lot of Disco Elysium, and I saw it come up on the Steam Next Fest. So I've only just downloaded it, and I'm hoping to just jump in and play the game. And it's not just you, I'm also not picking up any sound or music from the game at the moment either. Um, so yeah, nah, I think I'm just gonna hop straight into the game and start a new one. See where we go. Okay, so define character personality. Let's see. So we've got impulsive or calculated, introverted or extroverted, emotional, sensitive or indifferent. Resolute. You feel neither calculated nor impulsive, but alert and confident. If only you could stay in the state of perfect focus. Ambiverted. You're neither introverted nor extroverted, and you feel equally fine, completely alone as you do surrounded by a huge group of people. Mindful, you are aware of emotions, but don't pretend they are not important, but you won't let them overwhelm you. So I guess right now we're just a very, normal and sounds like a very healthy man. So, what am I? Well, we'll go here. Assign all personality points to proceed. Okay. Introverted. Indecisive. Emotional. Guilt-ridden. Definitely awkward. Indecisive. Well... So we are an indecisive, awkward, guilt-ridden man. You know you're pretty calculated. You're often overthinking stuff and are generally very cautious. You're quite introverted, but you still enjoy being in crowds sometimes. Two could be considered a crowd, right? Mindful. Being a quite sensitive person, you see life as a struggle, especially when they tell you to just chill. Oh, this is hitting a little too close to home for me. Alright, hold to wake up. Total lack of motivation. Okay. The frantic sound of a century-old clock nudges you back to the present. The stale air perfectly complements the image of the old motel room.
Still with me, Mr. Harrell?
Traits. Your personality traits determine your dialogue options. Some options will only be available if you have a certain trait, while others might be blocked by that same trait. Remember, traits are neither good nor bad. They are a crucial part of role-playing a character with a real personality. I understand. Guilt-ridden. I'm terribly sorry, my mind wandered off. Could you repeat that, please? I feel called out by that statement. As someone that apologizes for the most inconvenient things. Okay. Number 3. He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrell. I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now.
Well, according to our profile picture, we have a total lack of motivation. It's not that you don't want to do all sorts of things, it's more like you lack the capacity to even initiate most of them. What is left of you is a creature driven by its basic needs and quirks. Oh, this... Why are you reminding me of my university days? Alright. Status effects. Red ribbons on the character portraits show the status effects of your character. Let me rephrase that. Red ribbons on the character portrait show the status effects your character currently has. Status effects have a negative impact on your personality and dialogue options. I understand. Slight lack of motivation, more like a total lack of motivation. You'd rather stay in bed all day instead of attending this farce they call therapy in the middle of nowhere.
And we'll surely be coming back to this condition of yours later during our sessions.
Personality. Your personality is represented in this part of the screen. It shows your personality axis that you defined during character creation, as well as the trait that you chose. Select/hover over a trait to see what it is and what it does.
But for now, I just want you to acknowledge its existence and try to stay aware of it at all times, if possible.
Let's see. So calculated. Indecisive. Well, now, let's not make any rash decisions. We should look at it from the other side as well. Introverted. Awkward. Sometimes people expect you to say something or do something, so you try. Cringe. It would be dishonest not to admit that it's all your fault. Oh god, Yep, I'm being called out by the guilt-ridden trait. Being called out badly. Silence befalls the room. A muffled clanging sound from outside, only making the moment more uncomfortable. I'll try, is probably what I would say.
That's good to hear. Now, in order to keep us focused, I always limit the session length to exactly 1 hour, hence the alarm. However, since this is your first session, I'll allow a few questions, if there's anything.
Can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives? Is another session really necessary? I was hoping this one would be a one-time thing. Well, let's see, if we're calculated... Introverted, sensitive... It's either no questions or is another session really necessary? I was hoping this would be a one-time thing. Let's go to this one.
Mr. Harrow, your case is not to be underestimated. We need to assess the situation carefully.
Your case. Not so long ago, nobody cared about what you do. Yet now suddenly your business is everyone's business.
This first session is more for you to get acquainted with me and my methods. We have a long road ahead of us. Any other questions?
I guess if this is just asking questions, I might as well just do all of them. Why do we have to do this here, in the middle of nowhere?
It may be hard to understand the need for isolation at first, but my methods require complete divergence from the clan's regular way of life, as well as temporary distancing from their social groups and circles. This place is ideal in that regard. However, it's understandable that you need a period of adaptation to both this idea and to your new surroundings. That's also why I haven't asked you to hand over your phone. Yeah. But please don't be alarmed. We'll talk about everything in due time.
So essentially the counselor likes to isolate people from everything then.
Anything else?
Can't you simply state that I'm fine so we can both move on with our lives?
Mr. Harrow.
He looks you straight in the eye.
That is out of the question. This is a court-ordered therapy, and both of us could be fined or worse if we don't see it through. And I have my own professional reasons in addition to the legal ones. You require help, and I've been designated to provide it.
He looks away, stern-faced.
I've never let a client down, and I'm not about to start now.
He glances at the clock for almost too fast for you to notice.
Alright then. That's it for today.
Too bad there isn't an option to apologize for even bringing up the idea. Through the door, you hear that sound again.
You should go and check in at the office. Your room is probably ready by now.
Okay, get up and leave.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Next to you is the source of the clangs. You hear from inside, a young woman beating up an old vending machine.
Spit it out already!
Okay, I understand.
Come on, you thief!
She's pounding the life out of the poor machine. Could she be here for therapy as well? Who knows? But unlike you, she definitely looks like she needs it. Nobody needs to be sent away from their home to this dump regardless of their mental state. And yet, what is to be done with lunatics like her? Let them rage around freely, yelling and kicking vending machines wherever they go. Well, if they're breaking the law, they should be sent to prison, obviously. There must be a better way to help a distressed person. Perhaps you could speak with her, see if you could somehow help? If you could help somehow? Or is that too much to ask right now? Well, we do not have any motivation, so let's just leave her be.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Continue. The machine wheezes in suffering.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
It's coiled like a sleeping serpent.
Out already!
All the attention of the girl behind the counter is occupied by the ongoing phone call.
Yes, Rue Valley Motel. Our Coral Destiny internet antenna is down?
She says to the person on the other end of the line. A social check tried to get her attention. Too introverted. It's best to let her make the first move. She'll soon notice you on her own. End the phone call and ask if she can help you. That's what receptionists are supposed to do. Pretend to look at the leaflets lying on the desk and hope she will address you eventually. Oh, this game is calling me out on so many levels. You grab a leaflet and stare through it, mentally preparing for the imminent conversation. You either manage to look like you're really here for the leaflets, or she simply doesn't care.
No, the repair tech already came yesterday. Said the internet will be up by noon today.
She says to the person on the other side of the call. After a few dozen anxiety-filled seconds, you finally realize she's not about to cut her call short, just because you happen to show up. Awkward. Move away from the reception desk and stop invading her personal space. Oh, my dude. Killing time. Time in game does not progress outside of dialogue, so in order to wait until certain events happen, you need to find a way to kill time. Usually you can do that with various items and interactions around you. For example, reading a book, scrolling through your phone, or just chilling in a cozy chair. I understand. Okay. I think it was...
Yes, I have rebooted the modem.
Tab to have a look at everything, so... What's this? A list of rules. You can't be bothered with that right now.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead, we can't access reservations.
The relentless dirt has smudged and stained the glass beyond the endless flat of the desert. Its vastness is hypnotizing. No, let's be honest, I would probably wait in the chair. This chair looks very old, but sturdy. Sit down. A chair is not a bed, but let's be honest, it's better than standing. Phone. Mess with your phone while you wait. The phone bleeps to life with a lock screen that is obviously years old. If it wasn't a collection of pixels, it would be musty with age and neglect. I guess we're gonna wait and scroll through our feed to kill some time. Until she finishes the call. He starts scrolling through stale memes, boring news articles, beach photos of ex-acquaintances, and poorly targeted, sponsored posts. Scroll some more. In one picture, a grinning, middle-aged stranger is apparently showcasing his newest baby. Thanks to a cleverly applied filter, both of them sport donkey ears. An overly long and arguably racist video, a non-native speaker is repeatedly making embarrassing linguistic errors. They often turn out to be unintentional double entendres. Hilarity ensues. Be nice if the clock there would change as well as time moved on. Anyway, after a while you realize that neither the pictures nor the posts are loading correctly. Check. Wait a bit for it to load. Nope, just blank pages, outlines of generic avatars, and empty text fields. Check the signal. 1 bar, but you get the feeling that if it could, it would show half a bar. Seems like all these posts were from some time ago, stashed needlessly in your phone's memory. Unless you hook up to some local Wi-Fi, you won't get much internet here. Minutes pass, but the phone call is still not at its end. She responds to the person on the other end. I guess we play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists? Until she finishes the call. The first wave of tiny bow-tie-wearing antagonists appear on your phone screen. Touch one of them. You tap the one carrying a golden fork, and he instantly turns into an amorphous purple splotch. A matching splotching sound effect plays at the same time, further confirming that the bow-tie-wearing, golden fork-carrying antagonist is no more. I guess I'm supposed to squash them all. Sigh and continue squashing them. I wonder if our phone will run out of battery. As your mind spins around the absurdity of this game, and while your fingers roam aimlessly across the screen, a group of tiny bow-tied wearing antagonists gather near the pile of boxes at the bottom of the screen. Tap the pile of boxes. Absolutely nothing happens. The little guys keep gathering around. Keep squashing them. As soon as you're about to get the one with the goatee, a slightly larger antagonist with a monocle and pocket watch enters the play area. Tap on the big guy, I guess. You press your finger against the monocled watchman, maybe a bit too hard. The tip of your finger slips and you almost drop your phone. You look at the screen after your heart almost skipped a beat, and see that the whole screen is taken up by bold, fat letters saying, "Temporal disruption." What the hell is going on? The letters disappear, and you notice that the whole screen is frozen. The antagonists gathered around the pile of boxes stand still in their weirdest poses. Look if there's anything different on the screen. There is! A small timer at the edge of the screen is ticking down. And it's gone. The screen comes alive for a split second. The antagonists unfreeze and continue to antagonize the pile of boxes. And before you can get the chance to do anything, the whole phone is covered in black. Out of the blackness, disappointing red letters appear. Protagonists defeated. Quit the game. With a quick swipe and finger flick, the game is gone, and you're back staring at your old wallpaper. The receptionist is still arguing with the internet service provider, and you're getting restless.
Listen, I know what I'm talking about. Your repair tech said it was fixed. Can you just...
See, she seems to get interrupted by the person on the other end of the line. Let's just put the phone back in our pocket. I guess. Stand up. Actually, no. I was about to look out the window, but if we're someone who's just introverted and just wait patiently doing nothing until she finishes the call. And if we get bored, then we go to the window to look at the desert. The easiest thing, yet so hard. Try it anyway. Time is relative. It flies when you're having fun, but lately, for you, it has been practically standing still. Time goes by, and the girl at the reception desk is still talking.
Misheard? No, she said Sunday noon. I wrote it down. I'm not... Sunday or later? That's... No. This is such a waste of time.
Finally, the girl hangs up, ending the forever call.
Hi! Can I help you? I would have hung up earlier if I knew you were waiting for me. You're too quiet.
Am I going to lean into the guilt-riddenness? I didn't want to interrupt. No, I'm not gonna... I don't think we're that guilt-ridden. I didn't want to interrupt.
Oh, that's so sweet of you. Okay, let's get you into your room. So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And...
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
This is your key card.
Thank you. Reach towards the key card. You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and excitedly waving it around.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Key cards are great. Sure, key cards are great. She nods in response, but then continues as if you haven't said anything.
Actually, one reason, to be perfectly honest, the guests just kept on losing their keys. It was exhausting, and my dad didn't like the cost of replacing so many locks.
It's my fault for looking like I'm interested in chat. Is that a thought, or is that what we say? Continue listening to her rambling. I mean, if it's a thought, I think that's what we would do. It's my fault for looking like I'm interested in chatting. Well, being so slow and lethargic certainly adds to the impression of a person with a lot of time to waste. Listening to her story is unbearable, but it's your punishment. Well, Taking a breath between two sentences, she looks at your sad face, only to continue.
So, yes, we decided to use electronic keycards. Costs us a lot to implement, but now when a guest loses their key, we only need to replace a piece of programmable plastic.
Continue listening to her rambling. Oh no.
How great is that? It makes my life so much easier.
She takes a deep breath, planning to continue, but a notification sound from her phone interrupts her. Thank God. She immediately grabs the phone, smiles, and starts typing a message, as if she suddenly forgot she was talking with you. But after a few seconds, she puts the phone down and hands you the key card.
So, here's your key card, and I'll need your signature here.
Inventory. Items you pick up are stored here. While not in dialogue, you can click on them to interact with them. Also, some items will show more information on their icon. For example, Wi-Fi availability or battery level on your phone. Right. So while not in dialogue, so when we're not speaking to someone. Okay. I understand. Sign the document.
Thank you. I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
We don't even know her name. A simple key card with the Rue Valley Motel and Room 6 printed on it, I should say. Boom. With a gentle touch, the phone screen turns on again. Put the phone away. Okay, so she's not here bashing out the vending machine. An old vending machine, its metal shell bleached by the years. Okay. The colors have been bleached by the sun, but you can still make out the image of an orange setting sun, as well as the words Rue Ballet written above the illustration. Inspect the illustration. The picture is quite detailed, but the colors have been obliterated by the sun, making it impossible to discern the main subject, let alone the finer details. You squint your eyes and try to make sense of the confusing shapes, but everything seems blurred and distorted. However, as you keep looking, you finally start to see a magnificent stage, a ballerina dancing gracefully, a lively group of musicians, and an audience dressed in formal attire. Inspect the ballerina. A ballerina wearing a tutu stands in the center of the poster, and points with her arms gracefully extended above her head, almost like she's waving to you. Check out the stage. The stage is adorned with elegant curtains, and a strange chandelier is hanging from the edge of the poster. Examine the orchestra. The varnished wood of the violins is reflecting the orange hues of the setting sun. The curved bodies of cellos stand tall and proud, and the trumpet player holds his instrument with arched back, his silhouette reminiscent of a tree struck by lightning. Take a look at the audience. The men appear to be dressed in tuxedos, the women in elegant evening gowns. They seem to be fixated on the stage, their overly stylized faces seemingly expressing a range of emotions, from awe to excitement. How did a poster for such a highbrow event end up on a wall of a rundown motel in the middle of nowhere? Something is odd here. Now that you point it out, it does feel a bit off. Looks uncomfortable. It was already late afternoon when you saw this sign for the first time, as the bus door opened and a wave of desert heat hit you in the face. All the other passengers of almost wait, all the other passengers of the almost empty bus remained seated, each lost in their own world. None of them paid any attention to you as you gathered your belongings and prepared to leave the bus. A blurry mind. There was a young person with bright... I think you would notice that. They were scrolling through their phone with a bored expression, seemingly completely disinterested in their surroundings, as if they lacked any real connection to the outside world. I remember an older woman. Sitting in the back of the bus, her nose was buried in a book the whole trip. Her wrinkled face was contorted in a look of intense concentration, as if she were trying to solve some complex puzzle. The burly man with a thick beard left an impression for sure. He was leaning against the window, staring out at the desolate landscape with a faraway look in his eyes. He seemed lost in thought, as if trying to make sense of something that had happened to him a long time ago. I don't want to think about these people. And why would you? Even as you were disembarking from the bus, they meant nothing to you. But outside, next to the bus sign, Dr. Finnick's smiling eyes were watching you, his brow dripping with sweat in the intense desert heat. He was already analyzing me, trying to think of anything he could use to keep me here as long as possible. Welcome to Rue Valley, he proclaimed, like some poorly written NPC from an outdated video game. I'm Dr. Finnick, your therapist for the duration of your stay. A little bit of a jab at yourselves, devs? A little bit of... let me say that. A jab at yourselves, devs? It all happened less than 2 hours ago, yet it feels like an eternity has passed since then. Wait, were we waiting an entire hour or so for getting our keycard? Because it's a one hour session with him. Probably an hour, then. The paint is peeling from the wood of the door, but number 6 is new and shiny. And chrome. I feel like that's a Mad Max reference. The tiny green dot of light shows up near the knob. The door is unlocked. Enter the room. Hundreds of strangers have slept in this bed, leaving behind flakes of dead skin. Still, you can't wait to jump into the sheets and contribute to the collection. Unfortunately, between you and the object of your desire on the folded sheets lies a dusted suitcase. Your suitcase, the smallest one you own. Locked by total lack of motivation, open the suitcase. I can't deal with this now. Put it away. Yeah, it's such a chore, but the more you prolong it, the worse it will get. If you don't unpack now, it will feel even harder and more pointless to do it later. Step by step, a simple act of unpacking will become an insurmountable burden, and even thinking about it will make you feel weak and powerless. Do you really want to crawl back into that deep black pit? Blocked by guilt. I can't go back to that. Never. Open the suitcase. Oh my. Did we just guilt trip ourselves into opening the suitcase? There's not much in the suitcase. Spare clothes, a phone charger, a toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You really weren't planning on staying here long. Well, you better see if they have laundry facilities. Sessions, Dr. Finnick said. Days or weeks, months even. Are we indecisive? I can't remember. Oh, we are a bit indecisive. I feel that though, because sometimes you don't know where to put your clothes, and so you go, maybe I. Wait, decisional check. Yeah, no, I've been in the situation before where you feel like you need to put things away, but then you can't decide where to put them, and it just becomes a lot harder. Uh, no. I've changed, especially if you lack motivation, I've changed my mind. Put the suitcase away without unpacking. Well, living out of your suitcase is the surest way to feel transient. This way, you can at least continue telling yourself that the therapy will be over soon. And now that the suitcase has been dealt with, this motel room is officially your home. It will do. That's the spirit. There are so many dark patches that this can barely be called a mirror. A small cupboard is on the shelf. Look at the mirror. The mirror's splotches make interesting patterns on your face. They conceal a dark circle here, a mole there, a patch of wrinkles. Oof. I've wasted my life so far, and now I'm getting old. Am I both regretting and glad I chose guilt-ridden? I do not know. You're not as old as you look. Half of it is probably just due to poor hydration. You have more than enough time left to waste. Let's leave. This armchair looks exactly like the one in Dr. Finnick's room. Sit down. You sit on the chair and accept its coziness. Mess with your phone. Do we want to play? Yeah, let's play another quick match and then we go to bed. Never mind. Just get up. Alright, let's try. If we're going to try and wait for sleep, we should go to the bed. Fall onto the bed. Wait, despite the tight sheets and crisp-looking pillow, the bed reeks of dust and age. We're just gonna fall onto the bed. You fall onto the bed with all your weight. It croaks and squirms, and a cloud of dust and skin particles rise up. As soon as your head touches the rough pillow, though, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. You are desperate to get some sleep, yet after weeks of wakeful nights, you know it won't come that easy. Mess with your phone. Match. And hope sleep will come. Which is terrible. Terrible sleep hygiene. But I also know we're all guilty of this. The game starts, and already familiar antagonists appear to wreak havoc on your pile of boxes. Squish them all. Your ears are pierced by a ringing that you swore to change years ago. Check who's calling. The screen simply reads unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone, masking the identity of the mysterious caller. Answer the phone.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
The line crackles heavily as if the man is speaking from a distant past. That's me.
Well, Mr. Harrow, I am so pleased to have finally reached you. My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultant? Like, ulterior as an ulterior motive? Paralegal Exploits Consultancy? That's just a lot of red flags. Yep, Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy.
Ulterior, Mr. Harrow, with an umlaut. And please don't let the name fool you. We are the most respectable yet cutting-edge agency, which means we work on the edge of, but still inside, the established legal framework. In fact, we are the leader in our field.
Of trying to step over the line, I assume.
Now, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests.
Number 2, blocked by indecisiveness. Oh, wait, so we're so indecisive we can't say no to a telemarketer? Are you referring to my psychotherapy here in Rue Valley?
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no idea where this true valley of yours is, but we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation. I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it.
The irony that we're here because we are so indecisive.
So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
Well, do I have to decide right now? This is all happening so suddenly.
I completely understand what you're trying to say, Mr. Harrow. To make things easier for you, I'll simply write down your general consent here and forward your case to my colleagues in our paralegal department. They'll contact you shortly.
I am fairly sure that that's illegal. Unless you have explicit consent. Explicit being the key word there.
Well, Mr. Harrow, it was a colossal pleasure talking with you. Juice!
Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line is already dead. But at least now you know you're not the only one who realizes the absurdity of this mandated psychotherapy. Let's scroll through our feed. And hope sleep will come. You start scrolling again, hoping a small amount of bandwidth slipped through the cracks of the invisible field that connects us all. Scroll and hope. This is useless. Without an actual internet connection, you won't be able to see much. Put the phone away. Just close your eyes and hope sleep will come. As your mind begins to drift away, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence. But your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Mind map memories. This is your mind map as a representation of all the memories you have and how they are connected. When a new memory is available, you can recall it by clicking on it to activate it. Once the memory is activated, it can open dialogue choices in relation to that memory. I understand. Okay. Oh. So we can just move around here. Recollection, determination. That background, idea. Fixation. Out of the swirling images, the bushy eyebrows of your new psychotherapist emerge, bouncing up and down as he talks. Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Still with me, Mr. Harold?
I'm terribly sorry I wandered off. Could you repeat that, please? He's so boring you almost fell asleep. And you apologized to him? You're such a doormat. You have survived the first session with your court-assigned psychotherapist. Despite your effort to act normal, it seems he plans to keep you here for some time. The image of the young woman flashes before your mind's eye. She's punching and kicking the old vending machine. Could she be here for therapy as well? Ignore her. It is what it is. You just have nothing to say, nothing to do, just the bare minimum. Vending machine vandal. Okay. The unexpected call. You see yourself lying in the bed in your new motel room, holding your phone next to your right ear.
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Interior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy? Sounds like a legit organization, don't you think? Chatty receptionist. From the blur of half-formed memories and impressions, an image of a receptionist emerges. You're desperately trying to catch her attention, but she's completely engrossed in the ongoing phone call. Pretend to look... I do like that it remembers our choices and plays it back to us. What a pathetic attempt at acting. Or were you a bad actor on purpose, hoping she'll take pity on you? As your consciousness keeps spinning around the carousel of... wait. You find yourself staring at the smallest suitcase you own, perched on a rumpled motel sheets. Everything is packed. Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. I'm ready to go home. You reach for the handle. You notice a toothless gap, as if the suitcase forgot to fully exhale. Then the gap widens just a little, and something shifts inside. The suitcase jerks. It's just a faulty latch. Let's go already. Oh, wait. Better shut it first. But the suitcase feels too alive. With a loud hiss, the seam splits, and a snake's head appears, lidless eyes fixated on yours. Then more hisses follow, and more snakes emerge, liquid as death and cold as oil. Their bodies twist into knots, ready to spill all over the sweaty sheets. Close it! Close it! You slam the lid down. Latch snaps shut, silencing the hissing for now. I got to get rid of the suitcase. Let's shove it under the bed and get out of here. Out of sight, out of mind. As you descend the stairs, midday heat pricks your neck with sweat, and you think of everything you left inside the suitcase. It's just clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, and a couple of other items. You enter the reception area. No one's here, and even the AC is turned off. The air is hostile and heavy. I can't wait here, it's too hot. On a desk, a stack of pristine checkout forms sit beside a pen. Perhaps you can just do it yourself? Yes, let's get this over with. Fill out the form. Name, date of birth, length of stay, but a single mischievous drop of ink escapes the pen and begins swelling into a blot, a puddle, a pond, spreading across the form as sweat spreads across your shirt. I need to write faster. But the ink is faster yet, and soon it consumes everything you have written. Snatch another form and start over. You slap the new form over the old one. The blood seeps upward, your sweat drips downward. The paper becomes a battleground of stains. Your tongue feels swollen, your throat dry. It's no use, just keep writing. You write all the words in black, on completely black paper, and sign it in black. Not your fault, after all. But it is. You did what you could, now it's time to leave and find something to drink. Get out already. The parking lot shimmers in the heat. The asphalt soft underfoot. Across it, the vending machine glows like a mirage, its gloss fogged with condensation. Insert coin, press the button. The machine hums, light flickering, but no bottle comes out. Insert coin, press the button. You drop another coin, clink, press, hum, still nothing. The world narrows to the clink of metal, the press of your finger, and the machine's empty whir. Maybe this time will work. What's this? The checkout. Dream. You tried to leave this damaged motel and all that therapy nonsense behind, but everything kept falling apart. Not enough willpower. Don't worry, it wasn't even a real memory. Yet it's an echo of my past, but it is an embodiment of my feelings. More like random neural activity in your brain, synapses sparking from nothing. Best forget about it. I just know it's important. Could be, but are you strong enough to remember it? Brave enough to confront it? Not yet. Sorry, just getting a drink of water. The sound of a car engine and screeching tires urges you to open your eyes, bringing you back to miserable reality once again. Thirst. Fair enough. Some status effects can have greater impact on your personality. Thirst, for example, nudges you just 1 point towards the impulsive side, but some other status effects have much greater influence, and, in some cases, drastically change the personality you defined in the character creation. I understand. Con focus +1 impulsive. Okay, so we've moved one more towards calculated. Your head is spinning in a whirlwind of uncontrollable thoughts. Your nostrils pick up a curious smell of dust, and your throat is dry as a desert. It was foolish to hope you'd fall asleep. Thirsty, get up and find some water. Oh, probably in the bathroom. Wonder what happens if we look. I don't think anything will change if we look. Mirror. Oh, there are so many dark patches. This can barely be called a mirror. A small cupboard is on the shelf. A stranger who looks exactly like you is looking you straight in the eye. Turn on the tap and drink some water. As soon as you turn on the tap, a horrible smell fills your nostrils. It's like there's a plumbing issue in hell, and all that blocked up sewage is feeding directly into this faucet. Then you see the water streaming out of the tap, its robust shade of jet black mixed with chunks of silt. I changed my mind. I'm not touching that water. Good. For a moment there you seemed to be drifting back to your old ways, but you don't want to go back. What old ways are you talking about? Because we're not really impulsive, I don't think.
God damn it!
You hear the man yell from inside his vehicle. Even through the tinted windshield, you can feel his frustration.
Come on, start, you piece of shit!
Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, the man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Phoenix. He seems to be in a hurry. In a hurry to break his neck, perhaps? Come to think of it, could it be that's exactly what he's trying to do? Oh, excuse me. Come to think of it, could it be that's exactly what he's trying to do? I'd rather not think about it right now. Right, let's find something to drink. Is there the option to drink the rain? Just stand outside with our mouth open? Guess not. No vacancy, so all the rooms are filled. Oh! You jump as if someone jabbed you in the stomach. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you've ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart, it's racing from the sudden shock. But there's nothing to use this unwanted excess of adrenaline for, so it keeps lingering, eating you from the inside out, while you stand alone and thirsty in the middle of the empty parking lot. I mean, we could drink from the hose, but there's an ice machine right here, and a vending machine. Hopefully you won't have to melt ice in your mouth to quench your thirst. Truth be told, that's not a half bad idea. That's a terrible idea. Who knows how old that ice machine is? Plus, there's a vending machine just a couple of steps away. Yeah, let's try the vending machine first. Like a normal human being. What's it? The battered machine seems to be decades old, except for a newly installed, comically large reddish button. Check the label on the reddish button. It reads, "Drinking water for people of Rue Valley, free of charge, courtesy of Coral Destiny." Press the reddish button. With a bang and a clang, the machine vomits out a bottle of water. The almost frozen plastic feels slippery in your sweaty hand. You can't wait to drain it of its precious fluid. The label on the bottle reads Coral Destiny. Drink it. Your thirst screams at you to gulp down the whole bottle right now, but there's no need to hurry. Take it one sip at a time. Feel the infinite scream of everything unbearable. Suddenly the night sky turns blood red, and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety washes over you. Get away. But you can't run from the whole sky on fire any better than you can from your own past. Anxious apprehension. At least I don't have to face it. Close your eyes. Your eyelids connect and darkness greets you for a mere second. But as always, the carousel of suffering starts spinning immediately. What does anxious apprehension do? Deep inner tone. +2 calculated. Something's terribly wrong. Perhaps everything. And it makes you feel tense and paralyzed at the same time. +2 sensitive and +2 calculated, so we're dramatic. And we're also paranoid. Okay. How do I let go of it? That's easy. Simply let go of yourself. What kind of answer is that? The receptionist says whimsically, emerging from the whirlwind. No, I was expecting an answer. But the receptionist disappears, and inside the fiery sky begins burning its way through the darkness, cutting several straight, narrow slits into your closed eyelids. I want this to stop. Squeeze your eyelids tighter. Well then, keep craving, keep clinging, keep suffering. I have no choice. Red sky is seeping through the cuts in your eyelid. Pull me a number.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Stop the carousel and focus on something else. Surely there's something pleasant to think of instead of this bushy eyebrowed psychotherapist and his court-mandated therapies. Isn't his court-mandated therapy? I am tempted. Now we'll think of something tasty. But Dr. Finnick only seems to become more real.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Yes, sorry. Blocked by guilt-ridden, of course.
It's all right.
He pauses for a moment.
I'm aware that you may be experiencing a slight lack of motivation right now, and will surely be coming back to this condition of yours.
Lack of motivation, that's the least of your worries. While your mind is filled with this crushing, overwhelming sense of impending... Wait, did you hear that? A muffled sound of metallic clanging from outside diverts your frail attention. For some unknown reason, your heartbeat accelerates and a cold sweat appears in your armpits.
At all times, if possible.
The doctor finishes, apparently expecting some sort of answer from you. I'm terribly sorry, my mind wandered off. Could you repeat that, please? He smiles.
No worries, Mr. Harrow. You seem to have had enough talk for today anyway.
He stops and gives you a concerned look.
Mr. Harrow, you're shaking. Are you feeling unwell?
Well, you endured the whole session stoically so far. With this one moment of anxiety, it could completely ruin your chances of being sent back home at any time. So did we have like a panic attack or something? Emotional check. Try to act like the stable, well-adjusted person that you are. Too sensitive. Let's see, so we are both guilt-ridden and dramatic. You open your mouth with the intention of convincing him that you're fine, but the stress is just too high to control, and it instantly overwhelms you. Cry your panic, hyperventilate, repeat. Well, let's panic. Your heart speeds up, your breathing follows, and soon you start feeling dizzy, and then you feel it, a sharp chest pain. Oh no, am I having a heart attack? Yes. The realization makes you panic even more, which further accelerates your breathing.
Easy, Mr. Harrow. You're not having a heart attack or anything similar. Trust me. You're just getting too much oxygen. Let's try breathing through pursed lips as if we're blowing out a candle. As well.
Oh, because we're paranoid. No, he's trying to kill me. I need oxygen.
Harrow?
Did I pass out?
Only for a few seconds. No need to worry. Just take it easy. Feeling a little better?
He smiles.
Good.
He pauses for a moment.
May I ask, how is your sleep these days?
Not so good. Oh, because we're dramatic as well. I haven't slept in months.
Is that so?
He seems to inspect the dark circles under your eyes.
Well then, if you happen to have trouble falling asleep tonight,
He opens his hand, revealing a single purple pill lying in his palm. There's no reflection in his glasses. Above them is a pair of bushy eyebrows. Reach for the pill.
remember, what I'm giving you is a mild, non-prescription herbal hypnotic drug. Nothing more.
Take the purple pill.
Hopefully it'll help you calm down and get some rest tonight. We'll continue tomorrow. All right then. Now you only need to pick up the key card for your room. And I'll call the receptionist to make sure everything is in order. Sounds good?
Thank you. Get up. Dr. Finnick told you to take this pill if you have problems falling asleep later tonight. It would be too weird to swallow it immediately in front of him. Right. Put the pill back. It's 8:04 p.m. Oh, okay. The source of the clangs is a young woman beating up an old vending machine. For some unknown reason, looking at her makes you even more nervous. Why am I so agitated all of a sudden? You must have gotten lost in your thought for a moment while the doctor was speaking. It couldn't have possibly happened more than a couple minutes ago, but it feels like an hour has passed since. And then the sound of that old alarm clock awakened you from a daydream you can't remember. This overwhelming tsunami of dread appeared out of nowhere. Take a moment to calm yourself down. Okay, so we're thinking we daydreamed that whole scenario just now. You point your gaze towards the endless unmoving desert. It's calm in the distance. But not so much right here, as the machine-hating woman keeps hitting it violently.
Give me my coffee, you jerk!
Okay. She's still wailing on the poor machine, and it's driving you crazy. So we can't ask her to get something with water, and we can't talk with her. So just get away from her.
Spit it out already!
The words "rub wallet" are written above the illustration of the orange setting sun. Is it supposed to say Rue Ballet? Is worn but favored. You can make out a group of people gathering around a woman who's holding up what appears to be a wallet? What? You notice that the people faces are twisted into grotesque expressions of greed and envy. Their eyes are fixed on the woman with the wallet. Enough of this nonsense. That's different. Okay.
I'll break you open if I have to.
Yeah, I don't want a customer satisfaction survey. I want the internet!
All the attention of the girl behind the counter is being hogged by the ongoing phone call.
Of course it's urgent. Our guests don't have Wi-Fi, the credit card machines are dead. We can't...
She pauses for a second.
Oh, hold on. I have someone on the other line.
What? She presses a button on the phone.
Hello, reception? Oh, what can I do for you, Dr. Fink? If it's about the Wi-Fi,
Aww. I guess he noticed how anxious we were and decided best to call the receptionist to give us the card. She pauses again and directs her gaze towards you.
Yes, he's here. Of course, no problem.
In an instant, the realization dawns on you. Because of your panicked outburst at the end of the session, Dr. Finnick must have warned the receptionist of your condition. Let's see. We're paranoid, we're indecisive, we're awkward, we're guilt-ridden, and we're dramatic. Let's avert our eyes. She touches the button again.
Hello? I'm very sorry. I will have to call you back later. Bye.
She ends the call and turns to you.
Hello, Mr. Harrow. How are you? Are you ready to check in?
She continues in the same breath without waiting for your answer.
Everything is in perfect order. Don't you worry a bit about anything.
Sorry. Yep, we're going guilt-ridden, sorry.
Apology accepted. Okay, let's get you into your room.
And then you feel bad because they accepted the apology when you didn't do anything. So you apologize for nothing, and you want to apologize for apologizing for nothing. Her voice is full of enthusiasm.
So, number 6. That's the last one on the second floor. Everything is ready for you. And...
She raises her hand, holding a piece of blue and red plastic.
this is your key card.
Thank you. Reach towards the key card. You stretch your arm politely, hoping she'll hand you the card, but she's completely ignoring your gesture and excitedly waving it around.
Oh, I see you're confused by this. You were expecting an old-fashioned key, weren't you? Well, we've decided to modernize for a number of reasons.
Suddenly, she curtails her excitement as if she remembered something.
You must be very tired. Perhaps I'll tell you about it some other time. It's a really interesting story.
Yes, I'm exhausted. I'm looking forward to hearing it sometime. Yeah, because we're hypersensitive and we're guilt-ridden.
Here.
She hands over the key card and puts some kind of document on the counter.
I'll just need your signature.
Read the document. Oh, we're paranoid, so we'll read the document first. They won't get you this way, and don't forget the small print.
Oh, are you a lawyer, perhaps?
She interrupts you curtly. Not really. What by awkward? No. Why do you ask? Okay, awkward is Quasi has issues. She's right. You're not a lawyer, so who are you kidding? Just sign the damn document and prepare for the unknown consequences. Sign the document, begrudgingly.
Thank you for your trust, sir.
She says with a barely visible smirk.
I'm here if you need anything. Enjoy your stay.
Bye. I wonder if we can get some ice. She's suffering a wheeze.
Spit it out already.
With a gentle touch on the phone screen, turns on again. Back. Okay, the pay door, we'll just use the card. Okay. Actually, I just want to just check something. If we go... we can't access our mind map. Your dusty suitcase, the smallest one you own, is lying on the folded sheets. Even thinking about unpacking right now is making you feel terrified. Why am I afraid of unpacking? Perhaps you are scared of what you might find inside. That's right, the dream had the snakes inside there. Or maybe worried that by unpacking you accept that you're going to stay here for some time. What could be inside? They're going to keep me here forever, aren't they? Yes. So blocked by guilt trade, we can't put the suitcase away without unpacking. And come on, Eugene, just open it. Is blocked by anxious apprehension. Perhaps I could relax a bit in the armchair instead. Oh, poor fellow, so he can't even use the bed. The armchair looks exactly like the one in Dr. Finnick's room. Sit down. As soon as your buttocks touch the frayed armchair seat, tiredness overwhelms you. Coming to this nowhere motel to attend therapy you don't need has drained you both physically and mentally. All you want is to sleep, but unnerving relentlessness is gnawing at you from the inside, like a colony of termites munching on a piece of dead wood. Swallow the purple pill despite not knowing what it is, so we can't take it because we're paranoid. Okay, so stare at your suitcase. What a pitiful inert object. It's full of my stuff. Stuff? Clothes, phone charger, toothbrush, might as well be empty. But it isn't. And it won't ever be without your help. Well then, back to the phone. Let's try to play a quick match of hyper-casual protagonists. As soon as the first wave of tiny bow-tie-wearing antagonists appears on your phone screen, an uneasiness starts to build inside you. Playing this game right now, for some reason, feels unsettling. This was supposed to be relaxing. Not your fault. You're simply too nervous to play a stressful game like this right now. Scroll through your feed. That always makes you drowsy. You start scrolling. But every post looks like you've already seen it before. Same old, same old. Put the phone away. Let's just close our eyes and hope sleep will come. Your ears are pierced by a ringtone that you swore to change years ago. Check who's calling. The screen simply reads unknown number. You feel betrayed by your own phone, mistaking the identity of the mysterious caller. I guess we would still answer it because we haven't accepted yet that we're in a time loop.
Hello, sir. Am I speaking with Eugene Harrow?
The line crackles audibly, as if his voice is reaching across the expanse of time. Who wants to know?
My name is Percy Rugger, and I'm a senior sales executive at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy. We'd like to offer our help regarding your case.
I guess we're a little bit more paranoid this time around. Who gave you this number?
Well, Mr. Harrow, to be honest, I don't even have your number. It was randomly selected by the computer. The privacy of our potential clients is among our core values here at Ulterior Paralegal Exploits Consultancy, I can assure you. Now, if my information is correct, you have recently been unjustly forced to participate in treatment which, in our opinion, may have consequences not aligned with your best interests.
Okay, we're still indecisive, so... You are referring to my psychotherapy here at Root Valley.
Mr. Harrow, let me be frank with you. I have no idea where this true valley of yours is, but we will work together to put an end to this undue response to your, well, unique situation. I mean, we have only known each other for a couple of minutes, and I can already see what a strong-willed individual you are. You know what you want, and nothing will stop you from getting it. So I presume you're ready for the next step in our cooperation?
Well, do I have to decide right now?
I completely understand what you're trying to say, Mr. Harrow. To make things easier for you, I'll simply write down your general consent here and forward your case to my colleagues in our paralegal department. They'll contact you shortly. Well, Mr. Harrow, it was a colossal pleasure talking with you. Juice!
What does juice mean? Before you have a chance to say anything, the phone line is already dead. Close your eyes again. As your mind begins to drift, reality fades away. For a precious moment, there's only darkness and silence. But your mind refuses to calm down, and soon your thoughts start chasing each other in circles. Let's see. Suddenly, the night sky turns blood red, and you feel an infinite scream passing through everything. Unbearable anxiety engulfs you. Get away. But you can't run away from the whole sky being on fire any better than you can run away from your own past. Nothing happened afterwards. Nothing after, but everything again. Judging by the careless driving you just witnessed, this man is either under the influence or another patient of Dr. Phoenix. He seems to be in a hurry. In a hurry? To break his neck, perhaps? When did this happen? This evening, but later. For a split second, the whole world was exploding, but it was just a thunderclap, the loudest one you ever witnessed. At least my reflexes still work. As well as your heart, it's racing from the sudden shock. Continue. The meaning of what you've just experienced is still hard to grasp. Is this some weird deja vu? The memories seem so real, yet these things clearly never happened. Have you actually gone completely mad, and they were right to send you to Dr. Fink? But what if the careless driver really does show up? What if lightning actually strikes the motel, and the night sky turns red? Mind map intentions. The combination of several specific memories can create an idea with enough inspiration or willpower points. You can turn that idea into an intention. Intentions open new dialogue options that will lead you through the journey of completing that intention. Keep in mind that not all that you intend can be successfully achieved. Keep in mind that not all that you intend... Okay, it's what we are trying to do, not what we will do. Okay. I understand. Close. Memory or fantasy? How could you remember something that is yet to happen? Then again, why would you imagine events so specific? Do we have a tracker for our will points? I can't see it anywhere. Hold to commit. Not enough willpower. You want to get up. and find out if these strange memories will play out in reality, or if it all is but a fever dream of a lunatic. Yet, you can't. It's all too much. All you really want to do is forget you ever had these weird visions. To forget about being here. To forget about the incident. Blocked by total lack of motivation, snap out of this nauseating apathy and get up. To forget about the what incident are we talking about here, though? Stay in the armchair forever. So blocked by total lack. Get up, Eugene. There's nothing else to do but swallow the purple pill. If we don't have the willpower to test it out, then yeah, that's what we would try. Swallowing a purple pill without any water is not a pleasant task, true, but getting up only to get some water definitely feels like too much of an effort. Blocked by total lack of motivation. Come on, get up, it's not that hard. Force the pill down your throat. Using saliva as a lubricant, you help the purple capsule to find its way into your stomach. You have no idea how long it will take until its effects kick in, so there's nothing to do but wait. Close your eyes again. But gradually your thoughts begin to slow down, and your consciousness lightens its feverish grip on you. No turmoil. Anxious effort. Oh! Okay. Was it the purple pill? It doesn't matter. Nothing matters. Embrace the sweet relief. Like a leaf on the wind, you're tossed this way and that. But what is this? A tiny spark of light seems to have taken root deep inside you. It must have broken away from that mighty forked bolt of brightest lightning you ever saw earlier. A spark still without shape, still without purpose, but full of potential. The sound of the loudest thunder jerks you out of your slumber. A speck of energy now fully grown is pulsing in your chest. You remember this feeling. Inspirations. Inspiration points are small sparks of inspiration that you can use to motivate ideas and turn them into intentions. Be aware that when you spend inspiration points, they are gone for good. I understand. It's pulsing in your chest, and you remember this feeling. And you finally recognize what it is. Your pathetic attempt at forgetting about what you experienced earlier is shattered. Okay. Memory or fantasy? You have to find out if the careless driver showed up again. You must know if the sky will really be set ablaze. You need to see if everything will happen again, and if it does, you need to remember. Was this the intention? The loudest of thunders happened as you foresaw. So are the other strange visions real too? Did the careless driver visit the motel while you were sleeping? Will the sky turn to red? Get up. Active intentions. Here you can see your active intentions. Select hover over them to see more details about how to complete them. Clicking on an intention will open the mind map with that intention in focus. I understand. So... investigate strange occurrences. Well, the rain has slackened off, and you see nothing out of the ordinary. Nothing you could put your finger on. If the careless driver visited the motel, he has surely left already, while you were sleeping. I should have found the strength to get up earlier. There. It's not your fault. You were incapacitated. Investigate strange occurrences. Glance towards the parking lot. As you stare at the reflections on the wet, dark asphalt, memory begins unfolding in your mind again. He enters the car, starts the engine, and then he hits the transformer while driving in reverse, smashing his rear light before driving away in a cloud of smoke. If this really happened, you may be able to find some evidence down there. That's right. As you come closer to the transformer, you immediately notice a couple of red plastic shards. Look at the shards. There are several small ones scattered all around, translucent triangles and rhomboids. The largest of them is lying right next to the transformer, shiny and wet, boldly staring at you from the dirty asphalt. Inspect the largest shard. The shard is obviously part of a broken taillight. This means he's been here already. There's no other option. Or is there? It could have been here lying for days from some other vehicle. Could be, if only there was a way to know for sure. Oh, what's... And then, before you can wrap your head around the skies are once again set ablaze exactly as you remembered, only confusing you even further. What will happen now? Will you find yourself back at Dr. Finnick's office in a moment? Will you remember anything? Or was this a one-time thing, and the evening will now continue as if nothing happened? Befuddled, you cast your gaze on your wristwatch. It's 8:47 p.m. time. From now on, you will have the exact time displayed here. Pay attention to it, because in Rue Valley, situations can change when the time changes. Characters might leave some locations and arrive at others. Their mood might change, and they might act differently at different times. I understand. Continue. Frantic sound of alarm nudges you back to the present. I just want to see what... Can we access the mind map? No, we can't.
Still with me, Mr. Harrow?
Wait, don't answer him. He's only trying to confuse you, to make you forget.
Mr. Harrow, can you hear me?
Are we still paranoid? I think we're just indecisive and you need to remember. To remember? Yes, there's something very important. A muffled sound of metallic clanging from the outside interrupts your train of thought. And suddenly an image of a young woman punching and kicking an old vending machine emerges in your mind. Like the first rock in an avalanche, it's inevitably followed by others, and more memories start emerging. The receptionist, the thunder, the mysterious driver, and finally, that of yourself standing in front of the transformer under the fiery sky, hoping that you won't forget everything again. Okay, everything happened again. So, hold to wrap up. You're in a time loop. As you struggle to put the memories in the correct order, your mental fog dissipates, and two simple words form on your lips. Time loop. Inspiration gained 1. Okay.
Time loop?
Continue. Dr. Finnick pulls you back to the old motel room. Continue.
I don't think I follow, Mr. Harrow. Would you care to elaborate?
Thank you for playing Ruvel. Okay. Ah. Well. Well. I'll fill out that survey in a moment. But I know I said in the title Disco Elysium, but not Disco Elysium. But this is very much giving me Disco Elysium vibes. And I am looking forward to when this game comes out. Because you have all these mysteries, and you're stuck in the time loop. And it's interesting how your own personality affects what you respond to and what you play. Or like what options you have. So that was quite a bit of fun, and I am very intrigued, and I am looking forward to when this game comes out properly. So, yeah. Gonna be quite a bit of fun. But, also, that's the end of the demo, and it's at least went a lot longer than when I played Dispatch, so I think I might just end it here. Thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. This has been Rue Valley, one of the many demos on the Steam Next Fest. So feel free to check it out. I do recommend it, and I think I'm going to add this to my long list of games that I will want to buy and play. But yeah, until next time, I'll catch you all later. Take care, and goodbye.